Joined once again by Moriarty. How are you? Yeah, I know that feel. I know
Yeah.
that feel. It
Other than that, I'm
sucks.
okay.
Yeah. So, it's been a slow week.
Been a long fucking week.
Yeah.
It's only Wednesday.
I mean, you've been saying it's been a long week since Monday.
Because
So
it has been a long week since.
halfway through Monday, it's been a long week. Your week just started. I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, no, it's been an interesting week. Not a
Mm-hmm.
lot's going on. We had a slight discussion beforehand of, is there a pay-per-view this month? And it's like we already had it.
Apparently, I managed to do what I never thought I could, and I completely wiped a pay-per-view from my memory.
Which, not a bad
I
thing
think
considering the
I
pay-per-view.
think a lot of people wish that would happen.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so it's it's a lot of like real lulls in
Mm-hmm.
stuff lately.
Yeah.
So so yeah, I mean it's just not too, there hasn't been like too much to kind of discuss. Of course, this past weekend, Deadpool 2 hit theaters,
Mm-hmm.
so there was that. I've seen it. Maury has not.
I
So
get to see it soon. I'm excited.
yeah, no, I mean it's a good one. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet. I'm so stoked.
Um, it's this is what I think's funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this year already we've had three big superhero films.
Right.
We've had Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
which was released in February and is now available on not only digital but also Blu-ray, which is amazing. Um, we had Infinity War, which came out 2 weeks ago, and they've announced that the Blu-ray and digital are going to be available. The digital is going to be available at the end of July, and the Blu-ray like the first or second week of August. It's like what? Fucking Marvel, Jesus, cool your shit off a little bit. Come on, like I don't understand why they would. Yeah, it's July 31st. It'll be available on in digital formats, and then Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K on August 14th. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
And then we just had Deadpool 2, which I
Mm-hmm.
mean it's Fox, so I'm expecting like October
Yeah.
for the release. But then we
Yeah.
got Ant-Man. Ant-Man comes out.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to. I think it's July. What?
Google.
So if they follow the same trend, right? So
July 6th.
July 6th. Okay. So Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out July 6th. So based on what Marvel's been doing lately, I
Mm-hmm.
can expect that to be on digital probably end of September
Possibly.
and second week of October for Blu-ray. So it's fucking interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It just I don't I wish more movie studios would do this because
Absolutely.
the simple turnaround on, like, oh hey, we got the film, it hit theaters, it did well its first like 3 weeks, then it
Mm-hmm.
starts uh kind of pittering off, so what do? Oh well, let's try to go and keep it in theaters as long as possible. All right, well,
Mm-hmm.
you do that, but while that's going on, we'll also make sure that the Blu-ray and digital release are ready to go. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this this does multiple things. Number one, not everybody can go to a theater.
Right.
I mean, there's some theaters that accommodate better than others. Like there was that one I showed you, Cinnabar, where they're just like, Tuesday is like Crying Child Day or something like that.
I don't remember that, but okay. Sure. Crying child. Wouldn't that be every day? Somewhere? Maybe? Hang on, we have to look this up.
Yeah, now I'm pulling it up. Crybaby Cinnabar tweeted, Crybaby Day is every Tuesday, first showing only. So basically the way that Crybaby Day works is
Okay.
the first showing is geared towards parents who, they have young children.
Right.
These movies are what's playing. It isn't like, oh, we're showing kids films.
Mm-hmm.
The lights are kept up a little bit more.
Okay.
And the volume on the movies kept down a bit.
Okay.
So it allows people to take their children to these movies where you're only in a theater with these people with screaming children. More theaters.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
You know what day to avoid.
Exactly.
I mean, let's go to the theater on Tuesday. Oh, what time on Tuesday? We'll go to the second chunk. Oh, thank Christ.
Exactly.
But yeah, it just, it's really fucking interesting. I mean, I'm amazed. I'm legitimately amazed that a theater actually did that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, hey, here's the deal. And you're like, what? You guys are awesome. Oh. So this theater, Cinnabar, they have 8 locations throughout the U.S. Here's their age policy. Cinnabar, I'll use the one near me. Cinnabar is an 18 and plus establishment. Anyone under 18,
teenagers? Well,
anyone under 18 must be accompanied by a responsible adult over the age of 21.
Such a thing exists?
No children under 3 years old are allowed, except on Crybaby Day.
Fair enough. That I can actually really fucking get behind.
Yeah. Cinnabar caters to an adult clientele and strives to offer an entertaining and mature environment.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, Crybaby Day offered every Tuesday during the first show of each film. These show times allow parents to bring their infant and any children under 3 years old. Crybaby Day shows are generally not children's films, rather are regular movies, and are shown with the intention that customers with small children have the opportunity to experience Cinnabar without having to arrange for childcare.
That is actually pretty goddamn smart.
Admission is free for those under 3 years old. During the movie, the lights are left a little brighter and the sound is a little bit lower. I can get behind that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I mean, if for example, if I ended up having some kind of demon spawn.
To be fair, that would have been the word I would have used had I said if I had my Hellion with me, and I don't have a Hellion. Yeah. Should I have a Hellion? Moving right along.
I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, if I ended up having a Hellspawn that and I was like, oh, I want to see a movie. And it's just like, oh, but you have to do daddy duty. And I'm like, fuck. Yes, we're going Tuesday morning. I mean, it's either that or just like the older one to watch the little one. It's like they're 3 and 2. Like they're fine.
They can handle it.
They're fine. I turned off the gas.
Please don't make us parents ever. I beg of you.
Just have them shut off the gas and the electric. Just let
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I know. That's yep. Yep, that's
Total role models.
Yep. I mean, arguably, like I will flat out say, like, I've never ever, unlike a lot of people in my area, I've never ever been like, oh my god, I need to have children, because I'm not that person.
I'm very much the same fucking way. And it feels, well, to me, it feels like such a goddamn rarity nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's like, thankfully, I found like somebody else at work who's like so much like me. It's fucking ridiculous, and she feels the exact same way I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's outrageous. It really is, because we've gotten to that point, where it's very much a quote unquote reward society for basically having as many children as possible. Yeah. It's kind of disgusting in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I come from a big family myself. My grandmother had like 7 kids.
But the thing is, it's like you gotta take a lot of different things into account, though.
True.
Like, for example, when did she start having children? For example, right? Because if you're saying, like, oh, well, she started, she got married in, the 30s or the 40s, started having kids then, that kind of stuff, then,
right.
I mean, you look at it, or even the 50s and 60s, there was still a good risk, like, of complications, childbirth.
Right. So I guess it does kind of go with the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's say. Yeah, it's one of those things. Whereas, like, nowadays, like, I mean, it's just, we just have people that are like, oh, well, I'm gonna, like, you have like fucking 13-year-olds going just like, I'm having my second child, and you're like, fucking what? Like, it's weird, because, I mean, I'm 33, right? And if I were to, be out in the dating scene, it's like, okay, I have two choices, really. I can either date somebody my age, and, that's a thing. It's like, oh, well, basically not all, but most single women my age have at least one kid in my area.
Yeah.
So either I date into a family, or
tons of fun,
or the other one, which is I end up dating somebody where I'm basically old enough to be their father.
Ew.
Which is just creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because if you look at the skew on it, right? So I'm 33. Like, if I were to date like a 19-year-old, I'm technically old enough to be their father.
Yeah.
It's scary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you got that. It's like when I've worked jobs, and they would have me with people that were like 18, 19 years old, and I'm training them. And they start getting all flirty with me. I'm just like,
oh,
nope.
No.
Nope. Ain't happening.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just like, I ain't dating that. No. Them's issues.
Ugh.
Just because I'm old enough doesn't give you a right to start calling me daddy.
Oh, God. Nope.
Yup.
That's a whole different kettle of fish.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I've never really understood that, but that's just me. I don't need to have any explanation on it or have people try to explain it to me. I would just rather live carefree and oblivious of the reasoning of why. Yeah.
See, I mean, for me, that connotation, like throwing that in there, means something very specific.
Right.
Because I'll be honest with you. You could throw that around at me, I ain't paying your bills. I ain't buying you nice and pretty shit.
Fair enough.
Just because you bat your eyes at me and start saying that. No, it ain't happening. Don't try to go and play this thing like no. And then on top of that, don't give me instructions followed by daddy. Because it's just
no.
It's no.
No.
That's not my thing. That is nope.
God, I feel dirty now.
Yeah, fair enough.
We've
delved pretty deep.
Welcome to Gimmick Bag, where everything is made up and the points don't fucking matter.
Nope.
Right.
Let's go to the speed
round. I love how we go from like this broad range of topics. All of a sudden, is just like.
Okay, so here's the funny bit. Like, if you listen to any of the other podcasts I do, this has been happening more and more, where we start getting into like really like either really weird or really like serious topics. Like it was last night we recorded Pod Errors, and that episode's live on all the different platforms, Radio Public, which you can also hear Gimmick Bag on. TuneIn, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher. We had the Twitch archive go live today on for that episode. The
Sweet.
YouTube archive, I believe I have set to go live tomorrow.
Nice.
If you're listening to it, it should be going live today.
On
the YouTube channel, which link in the show notes, or if you're on the Twitch page, there's probably a little thing for YouTube there. But yeah, I mean, we ended up talking about like World Goth Day, right? And it's like, oh, okay, well, we'll start talking about that, blah, 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 because apparently World Goth Day is a fucking thing. Who fucking knew? Like, I didn't know.
Right.
I really, and, I kind of lived that life for years. And the more I think about it, it's like, oh, I actually still kind of live that life. That's interesting.
Yep.
All right. Whatevs.
Yep.
But yeah, so like I start going into things, and I mention that, for example, the people want to talk about how goths hate everybody and blah 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 and all the other stereotypes, right? And I'm like, a lot of that is like them because they're tired of being made fun of and stuff like that and whatnot. But if you actually talk to them, they're some of the nicest and most inclusive people you can meet. Which is terrific. And then we started talking about how a lot of people in the goth subculture are either LBGT or allies to LGBT. Right. And we started going into that, and then it just went into this really like real topic where we ended up talking about that, and it was just like, all right, well, that's a thing. By the way, guys, if you want to pick up any of our Pride shirts, that any of the proceeds do go to the Trevor Project. That is shop.spreadshirt.com/PrecipicePodcast. You guys can pick those up now. We have 6 different variants of the Gimmick Bag, 6 different variants of the Pod Errors, and then we have the 6 mugs with the Precipice Podcast Network logo on it. So you guys can do that. Seamless transition right into pitching shit. Segway. Todd ToddEvf. That's what I do. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it's, I always find it interesting that, like, we do this for fun.
Mhm.
We do this, we're going to be hanging out. We might as well record something, it's just the way it is. And we have a lot of fun doing it, and we provide entertainment, but at the same time, there's moments where shit gets real.
Mm-hmm.
And when shit gets real, people don't realize, like, some of the some of the things that we as personalities can talk about. Some
Mm-hmm.
people are just like, well, why would you go with this? Why would you talk about that? Blah 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 blah. We're gonna talk about whatever the fuck we want. First off, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just the way it is. But I mean, we got Pride Month next. Next episode is gonna be the first episode of Pride Month for us. So that's a thing.
On the 30th?
No, actually, my mistake.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now, yes. I get confused because I forgot there was like 5 weeks in May.
Yeah.
Damn you, calendars. But yeah, so we have another episode of like just normal stuff, and then basically our, the Pride Month stuff, which will basically be the regular stuff. So, here we go, problem solved, right?
Yay.
Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe, who knows?
Meh.
We have had some cool little game things that came out recently. More footage of Kingdom Hearts 3, which people are super excited about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. that look on your face.
I might have to. What was that gesture?
What?
You it looked more like a closed fist to me when you
Yeah,
did that. Anyways, I'm kind of never mind. I'm kind of considering.
Well, I mean, like, I'll leave my hands up here now, so it's just.
I am kind of considering getting a console just to get that fucking game,
Mm-hmm.
because it looks so goddamn gorgeous.
It does. And I mean, it will be available on the Xbox One and the PS4. Sony has announced that the president of Sony Entertainment has announced that the PS4 is entering the last of its life cycle.
I've heard that.
So, I think that's a weird thing. Like,
now
don't get me wrong, it means like probably the last 3 years of the console. So, it's not too bad. But at the same time, I mean, like, I'd been contemplating getting a PS4. And at this point, I'm just like, if I do that, I might as well wait for the end of the life cycle so I can get it like dirt fucking cheap.
Right.
And then pick up, like, because they're doing remasters of, because they did the remaster of Yakuza 1, Yakuza 2 is coming to the States later this year. Sega announced that they're doing remasters of Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 for the PS4. And I'm just like, fucking what?
Then I think there's also the Spyro remasters coming out as well.
Yeah, well, the Spyro remaster, to my knowledge, is multi-platform. So
is it?
So it'll be. Let me just double check that because I probably.
If it winds up on PC, then I'm good.
Spyro remastered. Okay, so it is going to be released on the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Oh,
so
just console release.
Yeah, it's going to be a console thing. It's going to be the looks like the first 3 games in the series, which is cool.
Right.
Kind of excited about that because I were playing the shit out of Spyro 1. So, and the graphics looked so bad.
I don't really think I started off with Spyro 1. I think I started off with Spyro 2, and I borrowed Spyro 3 from a friend and played that bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there's just certain games, and I know we're kind of just quick firing through stuff. It's like, but yeah, it's just I mean, we had like Spyro. Them doing a Spyro remaster is really fucking cool, and that's supposed to be coming out in September. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anything, I'll pick that up on the Xbox One because I already have the console. So, um, my problem with my big problem with Kingdom Hearts is for you to experience, like actually experience the entire franchise,
Mm-hmm.
you have to play it on PlayStation.
Right.
The third game will be on the Xbox One, but just the third game.
Of course, because that's how it works.
So if you haven't played, for example, Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 2, which is the games most people have played,
Mm-hmm.
that are super hyped about the Kingdom Hearts 3,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you've played those on Sony consoles. So that's,
Right.
you know, a big deal. The PS3 had the was it the 1.5 and 2.5 versions, which
Mm-hmm.
included all the side games that connect to the story.
Right.
And then there was the 2.8 version, which is another couple games that tie in to the story, and it's just like, really? So really? Like, and these aren't going to be coming to other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Kingdom Hearts 3 would do well on PC. I, without a shadow of a doubt, will say that it'll do well on the Xbox One,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not really bringing in new players. You're bringing,
Right.
I mean, you're going to have new players, obviously, but you're not bringing in people that are going to understand the story and know what's going on and all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, unless you find a way to release that collection the on the Xbox or on the PC. You know, it's just Squeenix, fix your shit. God damn it, Squeenix. Um, but yeah, we have well, when this is up on the Twitches,
Mm-hmm.
um, we will which will be the 24th on May 24th, which for us is tomorrow. Um, there is an update to a game that I'm super excited about.
Ew.
Friday the 13th.
Oh yes.
We don't talk about this game much.
Nope.
Friday the 13th, the game is getting a really decent update. Now, here's from their official Twitter. We cannot give an exact time for when the update will be live, but it will not be at midnight. It will most likely be mid to late afternoon tomorrow, which is the 24th. But they released the patch notes, which have me very excited. First off, single player challenges, which are going to be so fucking fun. Test your skill as Jason Voorhees by clearing out all of the counselors in Camp Crystal Lake in each of the 10 unique scenarios. Each level contains special cinematic kills that are available only in single player challenge. There's also
Ooh.
multiple challenge objectives that are available in each level that can only be completed through proper planning and preparation. Play as Jason in any way you like. You may choose to be slow and sneaky for the suspenseful cinematic experience, or you may choose to brute force your way through, hacking and slashing. There are also 30 new unlockable emotes that you can obtain in the single player challenges. Each challenge has a reward of 3 unique emotes through the collection of these following skulls: no survivors, XP score, and undetected. So that sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're also getting a new counselor.
Oh.
We are getting Victoria Sterling. You have to be a level 42 to unlock her.
Meh.
She is basically a female Chad.
Oh fuck! Really?
Sort of, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, her high skill, like, composure is 4, her luck is 8, repair is 3, speed is 4, stamina is 7, stealth is 7. So she's an interesting hybrid in that sense, because she's got the luck almost. She's got a very high luck, and then she's got a pretty decent stamina and stealth. Her strength is a 2, so so there's that. Legendary perks. It's a new rarity to their perk system. So that's gonna be cool. They give a whole list on what the effects are and stuff for the regular perks, and it's just like perk values and traits are identical to epic perks. There's one difference between the two rarities. All legendary perks come equipped with one extra positive trait. So that's a nice little thing. They did some perk value adjustments, so like motorboating, which is one of the perks, which makes me giggle. Increases the boat movement speed. It used to do it by 5%. Now it does it to 35. So now it does it between 5 and 35%. It used to be between 1% and 15%. So that is a very comparable upgrade. Like a lot of these rebalances on the adjustments are very positive. So like, what is it? Man at Arms. Man at Arms is one of the Man at Arms, and My Dad's a Cop, and Quiet Swimmer, and Leadfoot are the only ones that got kind of nerfed,
right?
In a sense. Like Quiet Swimmer and Leadfoot, it was 1% to 25% on both of those. And now it's 5% to 20%. So it's a higher base, but a lower ceiling, so to speak.
Right.
So I'm fine with that. Man at Arms, the base is the same, but instead of a 25%, the max you can get is 15% on weapon durability. So there you go. They updated the perk selection screen, which is cool. We're getting the weapon swapping for Jason, which is going to be cool. It is locked behind level 113, which is pretty damn high. They fixed his swing Jason's swing animation. They fixed Jason's grab. They made changes to doorway combat, because there was always issues with counselors kind of using doors as a way to like kind of stun lock Jason and shit. They did rebalancing on counselor weapons, matchmaking changes, including the salt mines, which you get infractions if you leave a match as Jason, leave a match as the host, leave a match while you're still alive as a counselor, or leave the match while in the process of being killed. Those are the 4 biggest things that have kind of driven people away from this game. Because people like they'll get the grab animation, Jason will just start his kill, and then the person will disconnect the game. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? They fixed spawn preference, so now it's a ticketing system. So you won't see people like constantly in public matches anyway. You won't see people constantly getting chosen randomly as Jason.
Right.
Key binding support. They finally implemented key binding. It's only been a fucking year.
Yay!
And then we got the standard bug fixes and such. But one of the things is this is part of the new engine update. So and that's what held back like single player challenges and the new counselor and stuff. So all this is tied to the new engine. They've done an update in Unreal, if I'm not mistaken, and it should be really cool. I'm looking forward to giving it a try, and doing those single player challenges because fuck people.
Right.
Yep. Fuck them people. Yeah. So. Oh, here's a bug that got fixed. Intro outro cinematic cutscenes will now show the weapons / skins that your Jason player has equipped. Oh.
You mean it didn't do that already?
No. So, it says weapons because they have the new weapon swapping system. So, for example, if you're playing as, I don't know, let's just say, Part 2 Jason, who has the, I want to say, yeah, it's a bad example. Let's just say you're playing as one of the Jasons that have an axe normally, like Part 8. Let's just say you're playing as Part 8 Jason with the axe, and you go, fuck it, I want him to have a machete, you can do that now. And in the cinematic, like the opening cinematic, you'll now see him with the machete as opposed to the axe.
Oh, right. Okay.
On top of that, if, for example, you're playing as Part 3 Jason and you're using the retro skin, you will now see retro Jason in your intro, as opposed to Part 3 Jason and be like, oh shit, retro Jason. So
right. Sweet.
They added new skins to Part 5 Jason. A new color variant. So there's also, because there's people were debating, was his jumpsuit blue or green? So they were just like, fuck it, they're both in the game now. So, but yeah, I mean, it's I'm interested. I'm gonna check this out. It'll be a lot of fun. I probably won't stream it because, yeah, I haven't been in condition to actually stream lately. So,
right, which is totally understandable.
Yep. Health things.
Yeah.
Which is terrific. But yeah, I mean, we've blown through a lot of different topics. I guess we should talk about that wrestling.
That wrestling though.
Yeah. So
I haven't kept up with anything. I've been a bad mark.
yeah, it's fine. After Backlash, I mean,
yeah.
So here's an interesting bit. Pay-per-views will start now at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 4 p.m. Pacific. Like the actual main show. Which means pre-show would be at like 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I suppose I can't bitch about that too much.
Yeah.
So
So the thing is, it's conflicting reports on whether they're moving the pay-per-views to 4 hours standard as well, which would I can understand that if they make the move to start an hour earlier. So.
Right.
It's upsetting. I mean, we got the big build for Money in the Bank, right? Which, I mean, it's actually a pretty decent build that they're doing. I mean, it's nice that they've had like a fucking month, like a little bit more than a month, to kind of get the groundwork and stuff laid out for this pay-per-view that's June 17th. So right now, I mean, we actually have a pretty decent card. Like, we have Roman Reigns against Jinder Mahal, which will probably be the main event because it's Roman. And it's not for a title. It better fucking open the show. That's all I say.
Yeah.
We got Carmella and Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Oh, that's right.
We got Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship.
That's right.
We have the Bludgeon Brothers against the Good Brothers.
Well then.
Gallows and Carl Anderson for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, which I think is really cool. It's nice to see them getting time, you know?
Yeah.
And we have AJ against Shinsuke in a last man standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, after how their last pay-per-view match ended, I'm not terribly excited about that one. Because for all I know, they could do the double dick count out again.
Yeah, see, so here's the fun part. Like on SmackDown, they did the announcement of what the stipulation was, and Shinsuke's in the ring, AJ's in the ring. AJ's just like, so Shinsuke, what's the stipulation? I don't care what the stipulation is, but what's the stipulation? Shinsuke goes, the stipulation is a pillow fight.
Oh god.
And AJ was just taken like completely by surprise by that. Like, did you just fucking say a pillow fight? And then they brawled a little bit, and Shinsuke knocked out AJ, and then started counting. And after he got to the 10 count, he stood up on the announcer's desk, asked for a microphone, and he just goes, last man standing match. So I want to see the AJ Shinsuke pillow fight, though.
Oh god, yeah.
And then we have our 2 Money in the Bank matches. We have the women's, which as of this recording, Ember Moon, Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana.
Interesting.
She went over Billie Kay.
Huh.
Like, she kicked her in the fucking head and scored a pinfall. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Cool, Lana.
Well, she kicked her in the head, hit her with the X Factor, and then got the pinfall, but still.
Huh.
Naomi, and then there's 1 spot left.
The
men's, we have Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, a member of the New Day, because they haven't said which one yet. And then the winner of Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan.
That's right.
Yep. Which, that in itself, I can't believe they're giving that match away for free.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying the Money in the Bank match. I'm talking about D-Bry and Smo Joe. The numbers don't lie. This is a pay-per-view quality match. Daniel Bryan looks crazed, and I love it.
Yeah.
So we know who the potential participants are for the
right.
men's. The last spot is going to the winner of a gauntlet on Raw. It's a second chance gauntlet for the women, so you have like all 3 members of the Riot Squad, which makes me believe that Ruby Riott may be that person. Sasha Banks is in there. Bayley's in there. Mickie James is in there. I mean, there's a good bit of people.
Right.
We're probably going to be getting another tag title match. We'll be getting a Raw tag title match. We'll be getting next week. They'll probably start setting up for the U.S. title match for the show with Jeff Hardy against whoever, and then the Intercontinental title. I mean, Seth Rollins versus whoever. So, whatevs.
Yeah.
On paper, this looks like it's going to be a decent show. On paper.
Right. We said the same thing about Backlash, and look what fucking happened.
Fair. Well, okay, so we said that based on the fact that the Greatest Royal Rumble was such a fucking bad show. Like, all right, well, a lot of this is WrestleMania rematches and blah blah blah. I mean, we got a lot of new blood in here. We have our 2
Right.
Money in the Bank matches, which is great. We know Charlotte isn't going to get it because she still has to undergo surgery.
Right. Oh, that's right. Shit.
I still want Shinsuke to kind of like bring his strong style and just fucking knock out AJ. Just part of me needs that.
Yeah.
We don't have a cruiserweight title match, which is probably going to be Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy. You know, when you got to remember before this, we have Takeover.
Fuck. Forgot.
Yeah, we have Takeover Chicago 2.
Sweet.
Which is, I mean, it's going to have it's. I like how I go and I say, oh, well, what's the next pay-per-view? And I go to that one, and it's just like, yeah, nope, fuck you. But I mean, we've covered the matches for that. Velveteen Dream and Ricochet and Lars Sullivan, Aleister Black, and Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano in a street fight because No Sanction was basically a fucking street fight, and let's do that shit again.
Totally.
I mean, it's pretty cool, pretty awesome. And we got, I mean, The Miz's new show is debuting after SmackDown on July 24th.
What?
Yeah, he has his own show that's going to be on USA Network called Miz and Mrs.
I think I died a little inside.
Well, fair enough.
I love them as though, but that yeah.
Yeah, so it's a docuseries focusing on Mike and Maurice Mizanin and their journey towards parenthood. So that's kind of cool. I mean, we'll be able to. I mean, it's better than watching John Cena lay down rules on like what people can do in their house. Like, if you need to use the bathroom, you're going to have to go to the outhouse outside because I will not let any of your funk stink up this beautiful abode. And take off your shoes. Do this and do that.
John Cena's an interesting person.
For somebody who doesn't really live at his house.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We had another fun Jericho promo.
Yep.
Jericho basically calling Naito a fucking turtle. Jericho cut a fucking promo on a goddamn turtle. Like, that's
only Jericho.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. There is currently no plans to broadcast All In, the All In show. Though, Cody Rhodes has said we have no plans to broadcast at the moment. We do have fun meetings in LA, Baltimore, and Dallas. Almost the moment we get back from the UK. Probably covers some of it on Being the Elite. This is our first time in this role. We are exploring all options. So, Baltimore obviously is the home of Sinclair Broadcasting, who do Ring of Honor. LA got Access TV, which is where New Japan is gets its US TV stuff from.
Right.
And then you got Mark Cuban, who is a fucking New Japan super fan with a lot of money, and he's in Dallas, so yay.
Yep.
So, I mean, I really hope that they do something. I I would like for them to have it. I mean, right now they sold out in a fucking half hour.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So I hope it's a good show, and I do hope, like, one thing they can do to kind of do things really cool is either A, not broadcast it, and then put the episodes up on the Being the Elite YouTube channel, like individually. Or, they go the pay-per-view route, which what Ring of Honor does, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Or they go, fuck it, we'll do it on Twitch. Which I think...
Possible.
If they were to do it on Twitch, hypothetically, there's no buy-in for people to watch.
True.
It is tons of exposure for them. I mean, look what it's doing for Impact. People are actually watching Impact and talking about Impact. Look at House of Hardcore. Like, it's doing good for them. I mean, it's just... I mean, Wrestle Circus is working on trying to secure a new venue. So they haven't done any shows, but... This is a great and interesting time. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. Twitch being so embracing of wrestling is fucking amazing. Twitch doesn't stop there. Some of you, if you get emails from Twitch, may already know this. Some of you that don't may have read this on a news site. This is not wrestling related, so don't worry. So, you remember the big deals that Twitch has done over the last 2 years? They got the rights to the Bob Ross stuff.
Yep.
They ran like a month-long marathon, which became a 24-hour channel. They had the cooking channel, which
had Julia Child.
I fucking hate them for, because they got rid of Julia Child.
Yeah, I wish they'd bring that back. It'd be wonderful.
Yeah. They've done marathons of Yu-Gi-Oh! And other anime, which is really cool. Well, May 29th until July 23rd, you will be able to experience the adventures of the first 7 Doctors. Episodes will be screened in blocks 3 times a day, completely free. So... Holy
shit!
That is a big fucking coup right there. So obviously we're going to be getting the Hartnell stuff. We're going to be getting what is it? Here's the actual read on it. Receive information and the thing. I don't give a fuck. I've already signed up for the site, so don't make me read shit. Classic Doctor Who comes to Twitch with a 7-week marathon. Over 500 classic episodes from the 26 seasons Classic Doctor Who will air worldwide on a live streaming video platform, Twitch, from May 29th. Fans will be able to watch adventures from the first 7 Doctors, from 1963's An Unearthly Child to 1989's Survival. While chatting live with thousands of other viewers around the world, this epic screening of Classic Doctor Who from May 29th to July 23rd follows Twitch's successful marathons of Power Rangers. I forgot they did that. They did a whole Power Rangers marathon.
Oh, well, I fucking missed that.
Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers. In addition to the episodes being screened in blocks 3 times a day around the world completely free, fans can also enjoy a heap of exclusive Twitch content. So this is stuff I haven't read before. Viewers who subscribe to the Twitch Presents channel will gain access to a pack of exclusive emojis themed around the classic Doctor Who. The classic Doctors. Who needs words when you can react with a bemused Sixth Doctor? I like that. There will be prizes for fans in the US, UK, and Canada. Twitch is hosting a giveaway each week of the event, including a grand prize trip to London Comic Con. For details on how to enter in full terms and conditions, visit https://watch.twitch.tv/ Doctor Who sweepstakes. Pre-show content hosted by Yogscast. Join leading UK digital content creators, the Yogscast, for a series of exclusive specials introducing each era of the show, the highs, the lows, the behind-the-scenes stories, the monsters, and the gaffes. With a cast of Doctor Who screenwriters, experts, fans, and even a former companion. Okay, so you've got my attention now. The Yogscast Terps and resident Doctor Who expert Matt Toffolo discuss why modern audiences should love classic Doctor Who, as if we needed a reason. Oh, thanks. Thanks for... We've talked about the Doctor stuff before, and it's like, I don't like the Fifth Doctor. I just can't. Mark your 500-year diaries starting May 19th. Tune in every day, Monday to Friday, from 11 a.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. UK. Watch episodes on twitch.tv/Twitch Presents. You can find a full episode listing with screening times from a US and UK perspective in our watch section. So, let me... Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. The first day is going to be Unearthly Child, The Daleks, and Edge of Destruction. Ooh. Ooh, they're pulling out those dank ones. We're getting the Time Meddler. We're getting some really, really good episodes.
Nice.
So classic Doctor Who was structured in such a way that it was serialized. So it'd be like half-hour episodes, but there'd be like one story would be like anywhere between like 4 and like 8, 9 of these. You know, you get a lot of like 6-part episodes. So on some of these, like I'll take like the first day we're getting 3 different stories on each run. So that's cool. And then like May 31st, we're getting 4 different stories. We're getting Planet of Giants, the Dalek invasion of Earth, the rescue of the Romans. And then like June 8th, we're getting Spearhead from Space and the Silurians, which is just 2 different stories. So, right. I mean, those are the longer ones. It's really cool, really awesome. We're getting Trial of a Time Lord. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so happy to see that. That is July 18th. That is the only like July 18th. It says Trial of a Time Lord. That's it. That's the only story that's airing that day.
Well done.
So we get to deal with the Valyard and obviously you got the Doctor involved, and then you have all the stuff. Ooh, this is gonna be good. They have They have a lot of like choice episodes in there, and yeah, there's over 500. They say 500 episodes. But if you look at the list, you're like, oh, that ain't 500 episodes. You fuckers, you got to realize that like each story is like 4 to 8 episodes typically. So,
fair enough.
So, I'm excited. I am super excited because I love classic Who. I really do. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but that was the thing. But yeah. I don't think there's anything else I could discuss after the excitement of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much talked about everything we need to talk about.
Pretty much.
Give or take.
Pretty much. So let's kind of get ourselves wrapping up. But thank you guys for checking us out today. Short one. Only about an hour, so that's actually pretty interesting, pretty cool. We don't get to do these shorter episodes often because I like to talk, so.
Which is totally fine.
But anyway, thank you guys for downloading, for watching us on Twitch or YouTube. Yeah, as I said, downloading us on Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, or Stitcher. You guys are great. You really are. If you do want to help support us, there's a couple different ways to do so. Obviously, there is physical merch you can purchase at shop.spreadshirt.com/precipicepodcast. You can also support us on Patreon now. Patreon.com/precipicepodcast. We have amazing ways to reward you for your support. So you can check that out. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/precipicepodcast. You can also get us on Twitter, twitter.com/precipicepodnet, because I couldn't fucking fit cast on the end of that.
Oh, it burns you so much.
It does. It is the fucking worst. If you guys are into different fandoms and such, and like getting mystery boxes, there is Loot Crate. Loot Crate's an amazing service you guys can sign up for, cancel at any time. It's, best way to describe it is like Comic-Con in a box. You get a box full of different tchotchkes or whatnot that you can, just have. I mean, I've gotten some cool things like a little Leatherface plush doll, and gotten pop figures, t-shirts, all the other stuff. So I definitely advise checking that out if that's your thing, and if so, use the link in the show notes, and that will help us out here. So anyway, until next time, for Moriarty, this is Todd. Thank you for checking us out, and we'll catch you on the next one. You can take it off.